Welcome to the Music Mission. My name is Panagiotis Karamanos. I am a music teacher in Sydney, Australia, as well as the conductor and director of the Modest Orchestra, an orchestra consisting of passionate professional musicians that prioritizes the education and enjoyment of music through the performance of staple works and new compositions. All recordings you hear, including this background music, come from our public performances, which you can find on YouTube if you search up Modest Orchestra. This podcast is designed for all lovers of music, no matter your musical preference, experience, or expertise. Now on to today's episode. Hello and welcome to this week's podcast. I've got a special guest on today's episode, Hana Tan, who I've known since 2010. Is that when you came to the Con High? 2011. So you came in year 8?
Yes.
So I was in year 9?
Yes.
Cool.
And we became proper friends in 2013.
2013.
And we did tango.
Oh, that's right. We did tango music together.
Yeah.
Cool. And there's a security guard who just walked past.
Is he judging us? I wonder.
I hope so.
I hope you hope so.
I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah, he kind of just walked past very quickly.
He was like, what the heck?
And yeah. So Hana Tan, she goes by Pitan.
Yes, online.
Online. And you run a few groups.
Just one group.
Just one group?
Yeah.
Just one group?
Well, unless you call myself as a group.
So you have your separate
So
Pitan.
I have Pitan. That's my own.
Oh, Pitan. That's how you pronounce it.
Pitan.
Pitan.
Is, I guess, the more correct way, but I go Pitan because I'm so Aussie. Yeah.
Yep.
Pitan is my kind of like my individual music.
Yep.
And then I have another group called V2R, which is Virtual to Reality, and that is a VGM, video game music, piano trio with Helene as the pianist and then Francis as my cellist. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So today we're going to talk about your group VGM, which is video game music.
Yes.
That's
My group. You mean V2R?
V2. Are we talking about VGM or V2R?
But you said my group.
Did I say my group?
Yeah.
Oh.
My group is VGM. Oh,
my
thank you. That's a lot of weight on my shoulders. It's going so smoothly. I love it.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to talk about VGM.
VGM?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so the group is not called VGM. The group's called V2R.
My group is called V2R.
Yes.
But VGM is video game music.
Oh, okay. So that's just the acronym for it.
It's just the acronym.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a disclaimer, I'm very bad with acronyms. It
Yeah.
took me about a year and a half to realize what the SSO was. So I was like, SSO Sydney Symphony Orchestra. And then year 9 I realized, oh, they're the same thing. We went to a music school.
Oh, no.
This is very good.
That's very concerning. Why did you get into the con?
Look, let's not go there.
Okay.
So can you tell me about how V2R started up?
V2R started up because I wanted to make a video game music group where I'm able to record online as well as go and perform at like conventions or like concerts and stuff like that. And I thought it would just be really nice to, form a group of close, really talented friends that so happen to also do we study a double degree, so we do music and then we study something else as well.
Right.
Yeah. And it kind of formed. When did it form? It started around the end of 2018, but then we released our debut video in 2019 around February. Yeah, so it's been a year right now.
Wow. So a year to, basically a year and a bit.
Year and a bit now. Yeah.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, and we've got like 10 videos on my channel now. Yeah.
Yep. And I've been in one of those, haven't I?
You've been in one of them.
Yeah.
Yes. Penny's been featured in I forgot.
Was,
Apex of the World.
Apex of the
Fire
World.
Emblem.
Fire Emblem. That's
Yeah,
right.
and that's like going crazy on my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
man. Maybe it's because of you.
Yeah, I was about to say, just because of me. They're like, wow.
Your
this
trumpet skills.
Yeah. I think there was a bit of concern with the first draft I sent you.
Yeah, it was so bad. Because
You're welcome.
Penny didn't. I'm sorry. Penny didn't even listen to the track that we were covering.
No.
And it was just like really, I don't know, like
robotic.
Really robotic.
It was like
very metric. And I was like, what the heck? What am I listening to?
And
I'm
also
just doubting doubting that I picked you. And then he listened to it, and then it sounded so good.
Yeah. And also I think I just went to a click track with no pitch reference. I just tuned my trumpet once to a piano, like beep. All right, that's good enough. And
I think I even gave you like a click track, didn't I?
You gave me the click track.
Yeah, because you're the last one to give it to me.
Yeah, and you gave me an A.
I gave you everything.
You gave me, like, here's an A, and then And then I was like, nah, I'll just do it one take wonder.
Yep.
And
No,
it wasn't a wonder.
it wasn't. It wasn't great. No, let's be real.
No, yeah, let's be real. And then you sent me the recording of you guys, and I
Yeah.
played along to it, and then I stopped being a robot, and I
Yeah.
just
Sounded
was a
really
musician.
good. Very like intuitive.
Yeah.
You know.
So I learned a lot about the recording process in that.
Yeah.
The light.
That concludes the show.
For those, if you're not watching the YouTube, which probably not, the lights just went out, and thank you to our assistant who just turned the light back on. She's waving off camera.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a fun process. And I'm glad to have been part of one of those videos, and I hope I can do more in the future.
You will.
That's
Indeed.
good. Yes.
Maybe.
If I don't make the same mistake.
If you don't make the same mistake.
Okay. I'll try not to. Okay, so that's how you began, and obviously it's because you have this love of video game music.
Indeed.
And that's
yes.
something we definitely both share.
Yeah.
So what was the first video game that you played where the soundtrack really just jumped out at you?
Oh, that's a tough question. I ask myself that every day. I think from the top of my head, I think the reason that I got into trying to record video game music for the internet was Twilight Princess, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess.
On the Wii.
No, it started on GameCube first.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it was ported over.
Yeah, it was ported over to Wii.
Okay,
I think maybe it came out at the same time. I'm not too sure. But the soundtrack, I will listen to it every day, like going to school,
Right.
you know. Yeah, and then my first few videos on YouTube were actually from that soundtrack.
From that soundtrack.
Yeah, just all piano. But now my piano skills have degraded. Now just like transition to violin.
Just violin. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I get Helene to do my piano stuff now. Sorry, Helene. But yeah. So that would have been probably my inspiration.
So Zelda. Did you play any games before Twilight Princess?
Oh, heaps.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was really this one. Was it because I don't know, I'm just going off a guess. Because I love Pokemon music, and that was for me the first video game music that really connected with me. The original Pokemon music was just all this like 8-bit sounds, and then when they transitioned from Game Boy to Game Boy Advance,
It's
then
more kind of like MIDI.
Yeah, it was more MIDI, and you had more orchestral sounds. Like you had digital trumpets, which were the best thing, and then went to DS, where we had electric piano, and so there was this really gradual progression. And for me, like each soundtrack and each set of sounds is like a time in my childhood. It's really weird. It's like
as you're growing, technology also advances. I think we're born in such a incredible like generation, where we can actually see this transition in just the quality of the game and the music as well.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, like when I was like when I was like 7 or 8, I was playing Game Boy Color games, and then that was Pokemon Red and Blue, and then Pokemon Soul Silver, a bit more advanced, and then by the time I hit 10, 11, Pokemon Ruby, and then by the time I hit my teenage years, Pokemon Diamond, and then I went through the phase of not liking Pokemon, and now as an adult, you've got literally full orchestral sound sets, and it's like matured with me, which is kind of cool.
And there was a Pokemon Symphony.
Symphonic concert.
Yeah,
with
didn't
SSO.
that come? Yeah, that came to Sydney.
Yeah, I went to that. That was 2 years ago. I went to it. I stayed for the first half and left for the
Did it
second
come
half.
twice?
They came twice. Yeah.
No wonder.
I went to the first one and left at the intermission.
Why?
Because they played all the music I knew. And also, I was with a friend. He kind of pressured me to leave also, and that's the first time I've ever left a concert halfway through. Yeah, I've never done that before.
You must felt like so guilty.
Yeah, I did feel guilty, but also not.
Oh, okay.
It was really conflicting. Because like they played all the music, and it was a bit of a letdown, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know, because like you've know this music back to front, inside out.
Yeah, but then you're listening to it live. There's like a different feel to it.
It's a different feel, but also I know because I've done lots of Pokemon arranging myself.
Yeah. We know that.
Yeah, we all know that.
Yeah.
It wasn't how I imagined it. Like some things like, oh, you didn't do this. This is much better. Da, da, da. You know, I know I was very opinionated.
Fair enough.
And then they started doing black and white music, and that was literally the second half. And I was like, well, I haven't played those games.
So you wouldn't really know.
No, I didn't know any of the second half at all. It was like because I was going through the phase of not playing Pokemon. So yeah, I actually left halfway through.
You should be ashamed.
I'm ashamed.
That's all good.
So back to you. Did you have this similar progression, or did you just like Twilight Princess, bang, like this is?
Another soundtrack I was inspired was Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was when I don't remember prior to that, but that was when they started using real orchestral instruments to record.
Like real musicians
Yes.
as opposed to MIDI.
Yeah, so if you listen to most of that soundtrack, it's all like orchestrated. It's like super nice. Yeah. But sorry, what was your question?
So was it like I just said like how I had this progression of music
Ah,
and like
yes.
it was just always kind of the same, and then and for you, was it kind of like all the early stuff didn't really matter to you, and then Twilight Princess was like one that stood out, or was it like a gradual curve?
I think it was a gradual curve, and being in an Asian family,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't reveal my face on the internet. So most of my early videos, probably like, because I started in 2000 and, okay, when I was in year 8, when did I come in? 2011. I think I started in 2011. Yeah. And it was all piano. You couldn't see my face. People thought I was a guy. I was pretty funny. Yeah, literally. They're like, oh, you sound so good. I'm like, yes, thank yeah, thanks, man.
Not even going to correct. What was,
Cheers.
What was your YouTube name?
Oh, Pit0030. Someone took Pit0010.
Oh, no.
I know, because the reason why I was 10 because my last name is Tan, and 10 sounds like tan.
Oh, so just literally the numeral 10.
And then, I don't know, my dad had a thing with James Bond, 007.
Cool.
So it was
001.
Pit 0010. Yeah.
0010.
And then I was like, Siebes numbers. And then I changed it to Pitan, which is, I changed in 2000 and... Go away from me! No, I changed to Pitan, which is now my current name, in 2015, end of 2015. And that's when I kind of kicked off my YouTube videos. That's when I had more time.
Yep. And then we did a weird joint.
We did. It was called Trumpet with an I.
Yes, Trumpet.
That's taken down,
that
I think, because I was so embarrassed.
It was so bad.
It was really bad.
I was really bad at these things back in there. Oh, my gosh.
No, you were. I think you were quite consistent because you did a lot of like gadget vlogs thing. Anyway, back to VGM.
Back to VGM.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a dark time.
Yeah. But I do remember the first video that inspired me to record, which I can't find his channel anymore. I remember it was a Japanese pianist it's called Ken, I think.
Ken.
And he played like an 8-minute long Mario medley.
Cool.
And I was like shook. It was so good.
Yeah.
It went from like, the overworld to like underworld, and then you got, your coin sound, and then getting the flag, ba-ding, and then, it transitioned to like Dr. Mario and like Super Mario. Oh, it was incredible.
Oh, so you went across multiple games, not just the one.
Yeah,
game.
like chronologically.
Oh, cool.
So
You've done that with Super Smash, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes.
I did that. But I also did a Mario medley for 2 violins. So that was kind of like, a take on his, but not. But I wanted to try and replicate that on piano.
Mm-hmm.
So I started noticing that there was all this like video game sheet music online. I was like, oh, there's actually other people out there that want to do this.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty incredible. Yeah. And then that's kind of like how it started. And then I realized, oh, I could also record violin.
Because you play it.
Because I play it. And then my like...
And what do you know? A lot of video game music uses violin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. Who would have thought? Yeah. But fun fact, I think my most viewed video was myself playing solo violin. You can't see my face. Mm-hmm. So again, in a lot of videos, they're like, oh, he sounds really good.
Yeah, cool.
And it was me sight reading. Fairy tale.
Oh, good.
So like the slow theme.
Okay. So
everyone's like, wow, it was so good. I was like, thanks.
Thanks. I was sight reading. Was it better than my sight reading?
Yeah.
Just a straight up yes.
Because I listened to it.
Oh, okay. So you actually
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think now all my Fire Emblem ones are like climbing.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna I hope they overtake that fairy tale one, because like that was like back in the
day. But dark times. 2015, dark times.
No,
yes.
even before 2015.
2014.
Don't remember 13, 14 when Fairy Tale's an anime for those that don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then I realized, yeah, whatever, I'm going to show my face.
Yep.
So then I...
Like a big reveal.
I had a big reveal on the Xenoblade Chronicles main theme.
Yep.
Yeah, because it had like a violin solo and stuff like that.
And so all the comments were, he's so good. Were people like, oh my God, she's a girl? Like, was there any of that?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Because most of my viewers are not subscribers.
Oh, okay. So like,
I think
most of the first time.
Yeah, I think the probably like, oh, that sounds really good, but like that's
Yeah.
good. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But yeah, and then because I could show my face, it gave me more freedom to record more violin stuff.
Cool.
And because at the con I was majoring
stuff.
violin stuff.
Oh, violin stuff.
Yes.
I had violent. I was like,
Oh,
wait,
no,
what?
no
But I
violins,
don't-
kids and adults.
Boss battles.
And yeah, it gave me more freedom. And then I just started showing my face. And oh yeah, that's right. Because I majored in violin at the con.
Mm-hmm.
I play better on the violin. I feel more play better. I don't know. It was easier to play violin
Cool.
compared to piano.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I started kind of just like teaching myself how to do like multi-tracks, how to record 4 violins, put it together,
How to do this kind
how
of
to
stuff.
do this. Now I just know how to do this. It's been 9 years. It's too long.
We kind of went through at the same time learning how to use this technology and also kind of like the video game stuff.
And we had more time after school in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like after school, I was like, yeah, I want to kind of keep doing this. So
Mm.
it's just like my passion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, getting asked to do collaborations and then, reaching out to other people like you
Yep.
to like, have more different tone colors instead of violin and piano.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Actually explore the, colors of the orchestra.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Mm.
Yes.
Quite good. The orchestra's quite good at that. There's more than just one type of instrument. There's,
Yeah.
like, at
And
least 2.
there's some tunes in the video. There's some tunes in the in video games where violin piano is just not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you need a different you need like a brassy kind of tone color,
Yeah.
or like this melody sounds good with a flute. Oh, I know a flautist who could do that.
Oh, so like you have some creative freedom and you're changing it up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when I was just like, oh, I have a really amazing kind of like video game music community that I can reach out to
Cool.
and be like, hey, can I use your amazing talents
Mhm.
for my video?
Yep.
And then, and they're
they're like,
willing.
cool.
Cool. Yeah, they love it. They
Yeah.
love it.
Oh no, it was really fun. Like,
Yeah.
and then seeing the final product, I was like, oh, there's me.
Yeah, that's me.
There's me. Oh, why do I? Oh, I'm not gonna.
Why
feel
did I
what-
make that face?
Why do I make that? I mean, that's a trumpet face, but so it's like non-negotiable.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like the smile.
Mm-mm.
But I was like, oh, look, there's me, and it was just really cool seeing everyone come in. The way you edit it was really fabulous.
Thank you.
And the way you mixed it really well.
Oh, thanks.
I can't.
I
do
can't
that
remember
still.
where Apex. Oh, I mixed it on Fruity Loops. I haven't
What's Fruity
transitioned.
Loops? Is
Uh,
it like Logic but not?
it's like Logic, but for PC. No, I don't know. People might.
But you have a MacBook.
Yeah, I know. So
But you have a gaming PC as well.
I have a PC where I do all my edits.
Oh,
so I
you don't
thought-
use your MacBook for editing.
Now I do. Not for video edits.
Right.
Originally I wanted to make sure I do all my music stuff on my PC.
Yep.
So that's why I use Fruity Loops.
Mm-hmm.
But then now I transitioned to Logic because of this, and I now need to record people outside of my home.
Right.
So like,
So you need like a mobile setup like this. That
yeah.
we've got here.
So this is perfect for like
Yeah.
V2R or like recording like a cellist from the uni or something like that.
Yeah.
S-
So you use your PC still for video editing?
yes,
What
because
do
I'm just I'm more used to it, and I don't know the programs for
Do
it.
you use Premiere Pro? Is that what you, Adobe?
I use Sony Vegas.
Oh, right. I forgot that existed.
Yeah, I use
Is it
that.
good?
It's good.
Yeah.
I just learnt how to do weird templates like triangle You know how my multi-tracks, there's always like rectangles and
Yeah.
squares?
Oh, you learned how to do
Now
the,
I know how to do like
Oh,
the
cool.
I was just like, oh.
So you can do Triforce kind of like.
Yeah, I
setup before.
could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could.
So you could see it in my second recent video. I actually did like a weird. I used to be. Oh, wait, no. Before I used Sony Vegas, I
Mhm.
used a program called Filmora Wondershare. Do you know that?
No, not
It's
quite.
it's not as like famous or like well known, but they have templates
Yep.
for like putting different videos up and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So that's how I used to get all those really cool like triangles and stuff in all my like
Cool.
previous videos.
Nice.
But the syncing up was a pain.
Yeah.
It was a pain in the ass.
Yeah. And then I discovered auto sync. Have you discovered that?
What?
Oh no, there's auto sync, so it's really cool. Which
Wait.
is how I'm going to do this camera and thing. It kind of
No
works
way.
only if you've got like two. So that's that camera right there is recording audio, and this is recording audio. I just literally click both, and I click sync, and it does it for you.
Is this only for Adobe Premiere?
This is for every. I use Final Cut actually.
I use Final Cut, yeah.
Because it's just, I don't know. Even with my insanely powerful gaming computer, which has a GTX 1070 and i6.
Weird flex right
Yeah,
there.
weird flex right there. And i7 quad core. Even on Premiere or DaVinci.
Yeah. I wanted to transition to DaVinci.
DaVinci's good because it's like Final Cut.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you open up DaVinci and says, what program have you been using? You click it, so it has Sony and everything.
And then it does the same.
It just changes the layout.
Yeah.
And the shortcuts and everything. It's
Yeah,
fabulous.
yeah.
And I tried it, and then it turns out my MacBook Pro dual core, which is like wildly underpowered compared to that, exports video twice as fast.
Oh, okay.
It's actually ridiculous how well optimized Final Cut is on MacBook. So I encourage you to check it out.
Okay.
Just do a simple like export test, and you'll be like,
That's really
why?
fast.
Yeah, it's a bit.
How
crazy.
fast? Like for like a 5-minute video, let's
For a
say.
5-minute video, it will do it in like a minute to 2 minutes, whereas like your PC will probably be like a
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
What?
4K. It's a bit scary.
That's really scary.
It's very scary, and I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Just check it out.
Yeah. So for DaVinci on Mac.
No, just Final Cut on Mac.
Oh,
on Mac.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, so that's editing. Okay, so we just talked about international collaborations. We're looking at our notes for those listeners. Cool.
Oh, we didn't really, but.
Yeah. Well, okay, so we got here in international collaborations. So you talked about collaborations with your community of people.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
What about internationally?
Internationally. Yeah, so the flawless I was talking about, I have 2. One's in Mexico, I think.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah. But he doesn't have a channel, but he's an electrical engineer, I think. No, software programming. Yeah. No, program, because he wanted to try and get into like Google and like Microsoft. Super dope. Yeah. Alex, that's his name. And now I also asked another woodwind. He like plays heaps of instruments. He plays like flute, clarinet, bass clarinet, saxophone.
Oh, so like a
Lucas
does everything.
Lucas, yeah, does everything,
cool.
but he's really good. Yeah. His name's Lucas, and he's in. Oh, I don't know. In America though.
Yeah.
San Fran, maybe? I think San Fran.
Cool.
But he graduated from Berkeley recently.
No, it's good to have multi-instrumentalists.
Yeah.
Just so you know now, I play trombone quite competently. And
Wow.
French horn and mellophone. Oh, no, mellophone. We're not going to talk about that.
Okay, gonna find a piece that I need trombone with.
Flugelhorn. And also I now play tuba.
No way.
It's a horrible experience.
That's what I envy about like woodwind and brass instrumentalists.
It's so easily
It's
transferred.
so versatile. Wait,
Yeah.
versatile, is that the word?
Versatile, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
because like for string, you can like
Yeah.
viola to violin, but not cello.
Right, okay. 'Cause,
Not harp. Yeah.
Yeah, so French horn's in the key of F and trumpet's in B flat.
Yeah.
So for me, all I have to do is see the music, play it up an octave as if I'm playing trumpet in B flat.
Yeah.
And then it's my fingering system.
Ah.
And then because it's an F and B flat horn, if I switch over to the B flat side, I have to go up a fourth, down an octave, trumpet fingering. And that's how I get it.
Oh,
It's really weird.
It's weird.
Yeah, and I talk
But
to a
then
horn
you
player.
can still like produce a note.
Yeah, and I can still play, but it just means my brain's on overdrive when I
Yeah,
play.
you just have to like figure out the like
Yeah.
fingering system, and then you're good.
Yeah, so I'm like constantly transposing up and down depending on like if I'm on the F side or
Wow.
B flat side. Whereas horn players, we just learn it as notes. I was like, so you're not transposing? It's like, no, we just learn that as like an alternate fingering. I'm like,
What?
that's actually so it's not advantageous at all because
Mm.
when they have horn in B flat, they have to transpose in their head. It's like, no, just press the B flat side down, pretend this is your new fundamental, and then just play it as written. But anyway,
Oh, that's really cool.
yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to these things.
That's all good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I really like wow, what's that word? I'm jealous for like brass players where they can transpose
Yeah.
easily.
The weirdest one I've done recently is playing with a French horn player. She was like in year 6, like, oh, Mr. K, can you play with me? I'm like, yeah, sure, no worries. But I had the trombone part with me, and I was playing on a trumpet.
Oh.
And she wanted me to play the French horn part. Now, trombone and French horn are doubling, but her instrument's in F. The trombone music was in concert pitch, and I was playing a B flat instrument. It's actually not as hard as it sounds, but like
It just trips my head, man.
it did for a second. I was like, this is why movable do is quite good.
I
As
understand.
long as you know where the tonic is, it's like, okay, cool.
Then you can like figure it out
Yeah.
from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Back to international
Yeah, collaborations with those multi-instrumentalists.
I'm also have a few tracks with a pianist. He does like melancholy piano music. His name's
cool.
TPR.
TPR.
Yeah.
The piano realist.
Yes. No, funny fact, because there was like I'm doing biomedical engineering as my other degree,
as you do on the side.
I do on the side, you know. And I was looking through notes on the heart, and they said something about TPR, which was like something to do with the pressure or something of the heart.
I was about to say valve, but not valve.
I don't know. But literally, I sent it to him. I was like, "Is this the reason why you called yourself TPR?" He's like, "Yes." No, but it turned out his real name was taken by another pianist.
Oh no!
I know. He's like, "This guy took my name."
Took piano rights. Yeah, there we go. Took piano rights. That's what he did.
I don't think he actually doesn't know what the acronym is.
Oh, he just made a random acronym. So okay.
I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. But yeah. I also recently been in the video with the consoles, but they're not international.
Sorry, say it again.
The consoles.
The consoles. I heard Cosmos.
The consoles.
I think I'm missing. I didn't get my ears checked.
Yeah, you probably do.
Yeah. Hey.
But they're not international. They're from Sydney.
Cool.
Yeah. They're
close to you, far away from you.
Oh, they're like in the West. Most of them live in the West.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
But they gig around. Wait, no, they used to gig. I don't know what they're doing. They're just recording for albums at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've worked with them in the Final Fantasy 9 track. Yeah.
Yep.
It was really cool because I look up to them a lot because I think they started kind of recently, like 4 or 5 years ago when we started uni.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So they specialize in video game music, jazz.
And jazz. Oh, I've seen this. Oh,
yeah.
I think I've
Julian's
seen
in it. Yeah, saucy.
Oh, I've seen this. Oh, I'm not sure what they're called. And this might be the same group. There's this group online that does video game music, but they make it a jazz arrangement of it with like a big band, a piano player, and like they do lots of Pokemon music. Is this them?
That's them.
In a studio where they record in a studio. So you know these guys.
Yeah.
They're so cool.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Can
I play with them?
Maybe you should ask them.
Hello.
Like saxophone, double
trumpeter.
bass.
I cannot jazz, but please.
Keys.
Keys.
Them.
Yep.
The keys player wears a purple beanie sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
Julian.
we have YouTube here. I'm just going to quickly search it up and keep talking.
Yeah, so I recently played with them and I played with another oh man, he's amazing. He goes by the name Portmanteau.
Is this them? Consoles?
The consoles, yeah.
This one?
Yeah, that's
no,
it.
This isn't them.
Oh, that isn't them.
No.
Another jazz band, but based in the 8-bit band.
I think it's 8-bit band.
Yeah, no, they're in US. They're incredible.
Nope, this is not them.
Nope. It's not Insane in the Rain.
No. So let me just type in. Let me drop the mic for a second. Mic drop.
Wow.
Pokemon Diamond Jazz cover. It's the.
It's all Insane in the Rain. Yeah,
These
Insane
guys.
in the Rain. Carlos.
Yeah.
I love that track.
Yeah, these guys. So
He was the reason why I was more focused on video game music.
Yeah.
Because I met him. I actually came across his channel in 2015.
Right.
And I was like, what the heck?
What
He's
the heck?
a year younger than me. So 2 years younger than you. And he is going, I don't know, his works is incredible for his age.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like he's, I don't know, he's done so much already.
He has.
It's
and
just doubts.
And he's gone on people. Yeah, see, I've seen like the.
Yeah, he works, he's written for like orchestra, like not orchestra, like a small like ensemble.
Yeah.
And like, he's usually a one-man band.
I think of who that Twin Leaf Town. Yeah, see, I've seen a few of his videos.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
But there is this one I can't. Is this it? No,
That's the same guy.
the same guy.
Yeah. I mean, jazz.
Jazz,
Poke bowls.
Pokeballs.
Insane in the Rain again.
I think it's him.
Yeah, it's Insane in the Rain.
There's a band.
A full
full band that does, and I can't find it.
Pokemon.
Maybe it is this guy.
It is him. He's done a full band before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that is him. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it
Oh,
is.
here it is. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
this is the one
he's
I'm
done.
thinking.
He's done the full band.
Okay, so
How
it is him.
incredible is that?
I know, it's fantastic.
Far out. Yeah.
That's fabulous.
But yeah, I think
So he's in Sydney.
no.
No,
He's
in
in
America.
Boston.
Boston.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. That's why he's got all these musicians because he's at Berkeley.
Yeah.
It's like me.
Yeah.
I'm like this. Oh no, I don't want to say.
No,
I was going to say the Sydney version of him.
No, you can say that. You never know.
I mean, I've borrowed all like some of my musicians from the con.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Robin Park and like Alistair and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
That's right. Well, you got Robin when I couldn't play. I was like,
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Because what happened? Oh, your eye. Something
That's right. Yeah.
You
I
had-
had eye surgery.
Yeah,
I couldn't
yeah,
play
yeah.
trumpet for a while.
sad times.
Sad times. But I
Yeah.
can play trumpet now. which is
Yes,
good, and
very
I'm back to
good.
normal.
Very good.
Yes.
Oh wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh no.
no.
Go back to not when you were not normal.
Yes. Okay. So we have two things left on our little list because I think we're running out of power. We're at 45. No, we're fine.
Oh,
It was on
interesting.
max brightness, so it literally went down half a
We
percent.
don't need max brightness on that, do
we
we?
actually don't even need brightness at all.
I mean, we want to make sure it's still picking up our
Yeah.
beautiful voice.
Voices are good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So international collaborations. So I guess we kind of touched on how I create. How I create. I'm just reading it literally.
Very self-centered.
Look, I'm a conductor, so
Okay.
that's how it is.
Yes.
Joy's just like sitting there and nodding in the corner. Say hi, Joy.
Hi.
There we go. How you create video game covers and videos. Did you want to add anything to that before we move on to the last one?
How do I create covers?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we already talked about that.
We
like-
kind of did, but I didn't really. I'll kind of briefly explain
Yeah.
what I do and what VGM people do.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Cool.
We start with, well, of course, picking the track.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And I guess it really depends on the instrumentation of the
Mhm.
track. If it works for what I have and the time I've given, then I'll go forth.
Yeah.
I have to arrange it. So I have to like listen to the track and then write the music down.
Do you go to MuseScore and find other people's arrangements and base it off that?
Sometimes I do that.
Or do you just like write it from ear entirely?
Depending on the track, if it's really difficult,
Yep.
then and if there's available sheet music
Yeah.
online, then that does save a lot of time for me.
Yeah. It just
Yeah,
kickstarts the
I
process.
just because I'm terrible at hearing chords.
Yes.
Yeah, I can only hear the melody, and then sometimes I can hear the bass.
Yeah.
But when it comes to harmony,
Yeah. It's a bit of a
yeah,
tricky one. I agree. I can hear the melody. I can usually hear the bass, and sometimes like you just have to kind of like flounder around with the chords, and yeah, it's really hard.
yeah. It's just I take a long time trying to hear the harmony,
Yeah.
so I want to try and get better at that.
Yeah, I
actually.
think that comes from just being for us solo instrumentalists,
exactly.
whereas
yeah.
like pianists,
pianists,
they just
they just know it.
hear
Yeah,
like, oh, that's an F11 minus 3.
And I'm like,
take the square root of this, and that's your
take
chord.
the square root of
Take the
this.
square root of 2, diminished, augmented,
Yeah,
major chord.
yeah, fantastic.
Diminished, augmented, major chord.
I
Panagiotis
actually
2020.
actually worked. So the videos I'm kind of rolling out once a month now with Zorsi,
With
the pianist.
yep.
And he is incredible with harmony.
right.
He listens to a track, like a piece that's playing in the cafe, and he would just tell me
The chord.
the chords, and I'm like, okay, I just hear the melody.
It's like do-do-do-do-do.
So we do this amazing collaboration where I walked in to the studio. I was like, let's play this piece.
Yep.
I just wrote the melody
Mm-hmm.
because he can't really hear the melody, so I don't know why.
Really? Oh, that's
And then
really
he
interesting.
wrote the harmony.
Right.
Done.
And it worked.
It worked.
Perfect.
I know it was so fast. I was like, whoa.
That's really cool.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then after writing the music, I would practice it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just depends on it. It's sometimes really easy or it's like tricky.
Yeah,
like
like
it's
if
not
you're-
written for the instrument.
Yeah, like maybe Route 1 Pokemon. Da-da-dun-dun-dun, da-da-dun-dun-dun. It's like, oh, you have to practice for hours on end.
Oh yeah,
my
that's
goodness.
so
Ah,
difficult.
it's so difficult. Well, like I know. I think one of my favorite ones was your Octopath Traveler. I'm so obsessed with the Octopath.
Thank you. Yeah.
Soundtrack. I've got the whole thing like downloaded in my music. If we go to my iPad here, yes, that's called.
It is a good sound,
It is a very good soundtrack.
but I haven't played the game.
What?
Yeah.
Do you want a cartridge? I can just.
Oh, really?
I can let you
Cool.
borrow it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually some of these tracks that I pick, I just like the soundtrack,
Yeah.
but I just don't want to play the game.
This is a video game, Octopath Traveler, where the soundtrack has. It's been a while since I guess I've been playing less video games now that I've graduated and I'm working and all that stuff. But it has been like a good 6 years since a video game soundtrack has really just resonated with me.
Yeah.
It was Pokemon, then it was Halo for a long time. This is the first one, and holy wow, it is just
It's good.
You need to explore more. I'm learning Hanet the Hunter.
I thought you said my name for a moment.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Hanet. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know.
Hanet? I don't know.
Hanet the Hunter, and it's this beautiful piano solo, and I just love. I'm learning at the moment. It's so cool.
I was going to do Battle 1.
Oh yeah. Ba-da-dun, ba-da-dun. Yeah, it's really
Yeah, but then I don't know why I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I went for the main thing, and that was the video where I was like, yeah, I want to make V2R with Helene and Francis. That was the
Cool.
first video they were featured in, but it wasn't as V2R because I
Yeah.
had other people in it.
Yeah.
Did I have you in that? No.
What, the Octopath? No.
No.
You had this other trumpeter, and
Oh,
that's when I messaged you saying you need me.
Oh, I had Clark. Yeah.
Because you need me only because I need to be in this. So I phrased it as like a you need me, and secretly I was like,
You must
Yeah, you must have
need me.
Yeah, because secretly I was like, I need to be part of this. How am I gonna? I know I'm gonna phrase it that you actually just need me. So there you go.
I mean, I did.
Who was
I
the
asked you-
trumpeter you got for that?
Clark. Portamentone. He plays like every instrument. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he was pretty cool, but I was like, I want to be part of this.
Yeah.
Have 2 different trumpeters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but he mains more in piano and
Right, okay.
violin. So I think if I want him again, I will get him for things that he's like more passionate. I mean, he loves all the instruments. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
But he's just more comfy on the piano.
I think he's more comfy on because that's what he teaches.
Right, cool.
Yeah. But no, he's definitely improved a lot in trumpet and
cool.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
no, he had a really good tone, really good posture. And
I
embouchure.
think he
Really
taught that
good.
himself
Wow.
with a few lessons with someone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So after the practice, I would then audio record it. And
With a click track?
yes, with a metronome.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like anything where it slows down, it can get a little
Yeah,
difficult.
I mean, you can program it in, but then
Yeah.
it's a bit more complicated than
It's a bit complicated.
Yeah.
But then after, depending on what I'm...
Actually, oh my gosh, why hasn't anyone ever just done this? Just if you're doing a slowdown, just get a click and record the click like this,
yeah.
and just like manually click the bang bang.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just thought of that.
But
like, you
most
can
of the
even just
video
use a
game music
MIDI
stuff doesn't
keyboard.
really have a slow down part.
No,
No,
not so
usually
much.
it's quite consistent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I guess because like just the nature of it, the different tempos between pieces are quite similar. I think it's so like they can transition as you're walking from town to route or from route to town. It's like
Unless it's music in the dialogue or something.
Yeah,
And it
that's-
doesn't involve like you hear it many, many times.
yeah,
But yeah, depending on what I'm recording, if I'm recording multi-track,
Yeah.
I have a click in my ear or like a bass line or something.
yeah,
Something that's consistent, like a lot of like quavers or rhythmic.
yeah. There's this trombonist who does multi-tracking online, but he doesn't have anything in his ear.
No, he's probably
How is he doing that?
records it first.
Yes.
And then he does the video separate.
Oh, so he just like plays it over speakers and like syncs it, and like he's still playing, but then he just deletes the video audio.
Yeah.
Okay, right. That's how you do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I look at it and I go, how is he?
How's he doing that?
And it looks like he's actually playing. Like you can tell when people aren't playing.
Yeah. Because it's like, you can kind of treat it like how vocalists do their music videos.
Oh, right.
You know how whenever they need to sing like very loud notes, high notes or
with, like,
low
lots of
notes.
power or
Yeah,
chest
you need
voice.
to have a different posture or
Yep.
different mouth shapes or something.
Yeah.
It looks kind of weird.
Yeah.
But then when they do it in the music video, they're just mouthing it.
They're just well, they're singing it.
They are kind of singing it,
Yeah.
but they're still, it's not like perfect.
Yeah, they're just making it look well because like there's a difference when you opening your mouth.
Yeah,
Okay.
to
like just really like it doesn't have to
with
be
like
perfect.
vibrato and
yeah. So they're just singing to make it look good. But
So it's exactly. So that's what most
okay, that's cool.
yeah.
That actually
It makes sense, right?
it makes sense because like when you're on YouTube, you want it to look as perfect as possible.
Or he is playing it he's recording whilst playing, and
He's close mic'd it, but he hasn't close mic'd it. It's like literally off camera.
yeah, something like that.
Oh wait, if there's no microphone on camera, well then hang on a second. You're right.
He could
He could be just miming.
Yeah, he could. Or sometimes the camera is just clever. He positions the mic that you can't actually see it.
Yeah. But then you need to hear the click track. So yeah, he's definitely done what you're suggesting.
Mm.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
It takes longer, but it's worth it because it looks really clean.
it does look clean. Yeah,
Is that something you're ever going to consider yourself, or
that's what I do sometimes
cool?
in my multi-tracks because it looks cleaner.
Yeah, it does look cleaner. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to think of the videos that you do and you don't. You tend to either use earbuds.
Oh, when in the videos, it
Mhm.
just depends what I'm recording. If
Mhm.
it's very difficult and I can't, like, I don't know, maybe rhythmically it's really difficult, like Rude Buster from Deltarune.
Right.
The rhythm was just like super difficult.
Yeah.
So, but I always have the audio in my ear. And I think that's just like my signature look too. So I just go
Yeah.
along with it. But I have it playing in my ear
Yeah.
whilst I still play.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That just helps.
But then, yeah.
They've got AirPods now, which are kind of cool.
Yeah, but it looks kind of dodge.
Does it? I always thought like you could just like hide it with your hair or something.
Yeah, but then for guys.
You can Adobe After Effects it out. I don't know.
Yes.
Green screen it.
Um,
Paint it green.
yeah. But then, because that's a lot of work, I've been transitioning more to like one take.
One take
Yeah.
wonders. Yeah.
Penny here is actually my filmer for V2R.
Yes, I am.
Yes. But yeah, as you probably know, we just play it once and you just pan between Francis, me, and
Yeah.
Helene
And
and
I
that
kind
kind
of go
of
into
stuff.
stealth mode, take off my shoes.
Yeah,
and,
take off
like,
your shoes, but you can see your reflection in the piano.
And it's like,
so
oh, hello.
yeah.
Geez, you haven't got a crane operating it? Oh.
But yeah, that's just so much easier to edit and
Mm.
to just sync the music with the film. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that transitions to audio recording, then video recording.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry.
But then you hire someone.
But
Or
then
you just ask a mate. You're
I
like,
have
hey, can you
to-
film? You're like, yeah, no worries.
that's true. That's you.
That's me.
I mean, I can't film and play at the same.
I mean,
I mean, I could,
You could.
but I don't.
You could just tie it to your foot or something and just like stick out your leg. And
Oh my
go,
god.
"Whee."
Yeah.
That
Be the new Lindsay Sterling. But then I have to edit the audio as well.
Mm.
So you need to make it clean. You need to sync it up.
Yes.
You know.
And I think the first time I helped you film something, it was like multiple angles and you edited it all together.
Oh, that was yeah.
But I looked at it and go, wow, this is amazing. But holy wow, this must have taken you hours. And
Yeah.
that's why we're like, all right, one take, just
Yeah.
have a gimbal.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I do with multi-tracks. It's the same thing.
Right.
Yeah. Multi-track where you see everyone in like the one video. That
Yeah.
takes a long time. Doing when I did that was the debut video
The
for
Apex.
V2R.
Yep.
No, not Apex. The one that you filmed us for the first time.
Oh, and it was like multi.
And
yeah.
it was like different angles and stuff.
Yeah.
That's actually slightly easier because it's just one video on the screen.
Right.
Whereas multi-track, there's like, 2 to like what,
Yeah, so you just
9
kinda gotta,
on
like,
the screen.
Put them all at the start. And then,
Yeah,
like,
and then I just cut
windows and-
what I don't
yeah.
want. Yeah, like that's what I like about Sony Vegas now. That's why I transitioned.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but I'm sure like Premiere and like
Yeah.
other stuff can do that. Yeah, and then I video edit it. Yeah, after audio edit and
Mhm.
after filming. Yeah. I don't know. I've lost track with this how I make a video, which
Mhm.
has gone all over the place. But what do? Export it, make a thumbnail, promote it,
Mm-hmm.
upload it, blah blah blah. And yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
So-
lot involved for making just one video. There's a lot of time.
Yes, I know. Like there's an infinite amount of things to do.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, well, you're the director, you're the lighting person, you're the sound engineer.
Yeah, I used to do all of this
technician.
all by myself. I think I
Yeah.
still do most of it by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But now if I'm doing stuff with like V2R, then I'll get you to film.
Yeah.
Or I get Helene to write the music. But then still at the end of the day, I do most of it because, I don't know, I like the control, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
And then, the satisfaction of like hitting Command E, export, and then upload, and takes 10 hours because Sydney internet is great.
Oh, it's not too bad for me, actually. It's like 30 minutes.
Okay. I mean, what mine's like, actually, no, Home's improved. It's gone to 5 megabits, which is,
Maybe because I'm with NBN. But before I had NBN.
we haven't got NBN yet.
You don't have it?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I mean,
just go to uni.
yeah,
I
just
mean,
go-
you're not at uni anymore.
no, but at work, it's like 100 megabit upload there.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a, boom,
Yep, done.
Do all my uploading there.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, but that's the general process if anyone was following.
Yeah. All right, and let's finish off with our final thing, VGM becoming more prominent today.
Yeah.
So I guess because I guess it's kind of like a result of technology becoming more
Advanced.
Yeah.
And then most of the soundtracks
more integrated into people's lives. And like, we've got podcasting now, we've got YouTube.
And you see everyone walking around or in the car listening to something.
Yeah, a lot more people are consuming content more so now than what they were before.
It's like they don't want their ears to be lonely.
No.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Listening to silence, if you think about it. Yeah.
I actually kind of like it. It's weird. I actually don't listen to music
as much.
Not really at all at home. I don't.
For
leisure, no, I don't.
Like, it just depends.
When I'm driving, yes.
Yeah.
But when I get home, it's like almost no music. I just kind of like either
enjoy the silence.
Like listening to the news or listening to a podcast.
Yeah, but you're still listening to something.
You're right. Yeah.
It's not music.
No silence anymore.
Yeah, there's no silance.
No.
I can go on about that, but let's not. It's very philosophical.
Yeah, too deep.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the first incredible video game music that was live for me was the Zelda Symphony of the Goddess.
Did we go to that one?
I went to that.
Which one did we go to together?
We went to Replay.
Which
was like a bunch of iconic video game music.
Yeah. Oh, and they had Halo to finish off with. That was a good concert, except Halo was a little disappointing, I remember. Everything else was really good.
Everything was good. Shadow of Colossus and stuff like that. Yeah,
that was cool.
I don't remember what else they played. But yeah, because it's kind of, if you think about it, video games are now, it's almost transitioning to more cinematic.
Well, it actually grosses more than Hollywood. The video game industry actually makes, I think, literally 5 times more money than the film industry, and that's literally just a hardcore fact.
That's really cool, though.
It's very cool.
I think it's because people like the interaction. I mean, being able to choose what they want and how to control, I guess, the story.
Yeah, and also it's a lot more, video games now are $100 a game, plus downloadable content, plus the albums, plus merchandise.
A lot of stuff goes into
There's a lot of extra money around it than the film industry.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And also, when a film comes out, then there's always a video game spin-off, and then there's merchandise.
And films is still, if you think about it, quite limited. You can't do, some stories can't be executed by film.
They can't.
Whereas a video game, yeah,
because you only have 2.5 hours, whereas video game you can actually probably have a 20-hour story if you wanted to.
Yeah,
that's why a lot of video games don't translate well to the
movie. No, because they try and cram it in 2 hours. No, you can't.
It's like no, just make it.
Just make it a series.
Make it like a trilogy that exists. Back to the Future.
I think just like a TV series would be just perfect.
Yes, those ones do tend to come off really well. What's a video game series I think of?
Castlevania.
Yeah, I've seen that pop up on Netflix a lot.
Yeah.
Is that good?
I've never watched it, but I hear it's pretty good. Yeah.
The Witcher.
The Witcher.
Yes, thank you, Joy, who's just waving at me, going The Witcher. They made a series out of that.
Yeah,
so
and I think that's also quite popular. I think
it is. It's become like the new Game of Thrones almost.
I have no idea.
No, not quite. I don't know. Everyone's just talking about it, and I never watched Game of Thrones, so I have no idea of the impact.
Oh, really? No, I haven't watched it too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
yes,
I finally found someone that hasn't watched it.
Good.
Yeah.
And Amber's now waving off screen and off mic saying, "It's you haven't seen it or you have seen it? You haven't seen it."
Oh, okay.
Joy, have you seen it? She's seen it.
Get
okay.
out. No, I'm kidding.
Get out.
No.
This is an exclusive.
This is a room with people that haven't watched Game of Thrones.
It's an exclusive club.
I think we're gonna get a lot of hate from
a lot of disliked. 1-star rating.
You 1-star rating? No, we don't want that. But where are we going with that? I can't remember. But yeah, no.
Just the impact of video games and
versus films.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think anytime I don't know, being the introvert, I would like to stay home and play a game than go out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then watch a movie that's only 2 hours long.
And pay X amount of money.
To just sit.
But yeah, I think also because video game, it's becoming a lot more socially acceptable now than it was even 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing it all the time on their phones without even realizing it. You pull out
like Mario Kart Tour, Candy Crush, mobile gaming. Yeah.
Everyone's doing it. So
no one... I don't know about you, but did you have to hide the fact that you were a gamer when you were younger?
Yeah, kind of. In primary school. I mean, Pokemon, we had our Pokemon friends, but the cool kids didn't really play games.
Yeah, because they always, I don't know, bully or think. For me, I just didn't really care. I was just I play it, especially when I'm a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. They might, I don't know. Oh, actually, I think I was lucky. They kind of accepted that I was so into it because I was always very confident in what I like, especially. And I went to a school where it was 90% boys, and then I was the first batch of girls, 20 girls in K to 6.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I think about Con High for a second.
No, not Con High. I was at a different school.
That was our
Yeah.
ratio as well.
And I guess I thought the way and before I actually moved to the school, I was so into video games because of my brother.
Right.
Yeah, I think all of this started because of my brother.
Yeah. Sadly, my sisters, even though they're younger and your brother's older, they didn't take up on video games. Ari liked Animal Crossing quite a lot.
Yeah. No, they still play like Mario Kart and stuff. It's still something.
She still plays Mario Kart, but I couldn't get them into Pokemon, no matter how.
It's a game that. Yeah, if you're trying to get someone into it, it's probably not the game that you should introduce first.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
But Ari's excited for Animal Crossing that's coming out in 5 days.
Yes, I hope I can pick it up.
Yeah, look, we have a lot of issues at the moment, logistical issues about leaving the house. Let's hope that things don't shut down. But don't forget, digital downloads exist now.
Yeah, but I want a physical copy, and I put a deposit on it already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I want to like price match and stuff like that.
The only game I've downloaded is
Octo? No, you got the cartridge.
No, I got the cartridge for Octo. My Hero Academia, One's Justice.
There's a game for that?
Oh, it's the best.
Oh gosh,
dude, it's like Super Smash, but with My Hero Academia characters.
Ah,
and it's
I think I've seen that. I think you sent me a link.
It's so amazingly bad. You have no idea what's happening. Like I was playing. All right, just bought the game. Who wants to play with me? Do you know how to play? No, I don't know how to play either. Cool. And then we all picked All Might. And then like, why am I in the wall? Why am I flying? Wait, what? And I love how every time you finish a game, they say amazing, but with the Japanese accent. So they go, amazing.
Amazing.
Like exactly like that. Every single
game will start or
yeah, exactly.
That's incredible.
It's all in Japanese and it's wonderful.
That's cool. Yeah. But I don't know about like anime video games.
No.
They don't appeal to me.
No.
Even though most of them have like an anime aesthetic.
Yeah.
But like
we can talk about anime music, but I think we are running out of time.
Yes, indeed.
So any finishing words you want to say?
Putting me on the spot.
I am. 3.
Wow.
2. 1. And that's the end of the pod.
Wow. I don't know what to say. Well, I just think it's incredible that video game music is becoming like a common thing that people listen to now.
Who would have thought 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, because like there's people rolling out soundtracks from like Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger or whatever on Spotify now. We're just waiting for Nintendo to do that.
Yeah, I think that's why Octopath is like Pokemon is
Octopath is not made by Nintendo.
No, that's why it's on the
That's
Apple
why
Music.
Yeah.
As opposed to Pokemon where you still can't get it.
Yeah.
You have to use YouTube.
Yeah, but I just really like how the video game music community is just like
it's huge.
It's huge, and they're really cool.
Yeah,
yeah. It's like they're a different type of people.
Yeah, cool people, cool music.
They're cool, and they're kind of like, yeah. I just like how they, especially those viewers that come to my channel, not just because of the soundtrack I'm playing or whatever, but even though they don't know it, they will still listen. And I like that's
people just like starting to appreciate it as like its own music.
Yeah, as their own like classical music.
Yeah,
like I don't know this.
Treat it as its own category rather than like something that it's really interesting. Yeah,
it's really like you get a very small handful of those people, but when I come across a fan or a viewer like that, it's like
really, I just love video game music. Yeah,
they just like it and they enjoy me playing that, and I think that's like something special. You know, yeah. It's nice that, and especially for me, how this community, whatever I play, I inspire people to do something similar like that as well. I
Some
think
active music making.
Yeah, it's really incredible, and just you make new friends and you connect with more people as well. Yeah. So yeah, it's a cool industry. It's a cool field. It's very different to classical music. Yeah, for sure.
It's a lot more fun.
Yeah, I think it's at this stage.
Not necessarily more fun. It's like the energy's different. It's a different type of energy.
I am probably one of the few that came out of the con uni not doing classical music.
So classically trained.
I'm classically trained,
and
but I'm doing video game music.
Yeah, well, that means like you have a
cool trying to introduce myself. Yeah,
you have a different background.
Yeah, I do, and I don't mind standing out like that.
Yeah,
so yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
all right. Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you for having me.
And I guess this is how we sign out.
How do we
Alright.
sign out?
How do we sign out?
This is Trumpet.
This
with
is
an
Trumpet
I.
with an I. Oh dear,
Oh, gosh.
2015, a dark time.
Yeah.
All right then. Bye.
Okay, see you later.
Let's wave at the camera.